It's no secret that the Oscars have been losing viewership year to year. Last year, though, big media shoved the Oscars into slapping down our throats. After a couple months, though, people had moved on, and 1 year later, oh shit, the Oscars are back. And they're pissed! No slap to market it this time, so it flew under the radar a little bit. Other than the two highlights, of course, that being Brendan Fraser taking jobs from all those 600-pound actors, eager for work, and one other small thing. But there are other movies too, guys. For Best Picture, there are 9 other movies, so I watched all of those, and I ranked them, trying to be fair, of course, to see if Everything Everywhere All at Once really deserved Best Picture. So enough stumbling through an intro, let's just jump in. You know how I just said I was going to be fair? Nah. Mark Strong is in this movie. I love Mark Strong. Unfortunately, he has hair, putting this movie below number 9 and 8. Cate Blanchett plays a composer who is a totally anti-woke badass. Like in the scene where she says Hitler's awesome or something like that. I don't remember. What are you gonna do, fact check me? The nightmare sequences and the parts where Kate hears screaming whilst running in the woods, along with the part where she sees a big-ass creepy dog in a hallway or something and busts the shit out of her face, are all stuff I'm putting in the schizophrenic basket. Tar is cool, but there's not enough orchestral music in this movie about it, so I have a grudge, so it sits at 10, below movies like goddamn Elvis. Guys, don't get me wrong, but I think war is pretty bad. This movie is one in a long line of movies that proves that. You also want to know what else it proves? That it's totally fucking awesome to watch people get blown up. Good story be damned, I'm here to watch people killing one another in ways our grandfathers would be proud of. This movie has all of that. Unfortunately, it's not Elvis. 8. The best part about this movie is when Elvis Presley fucking shit himself to death. A true spectacle until the end, this movie, like Elvis. Not including weird Tom Hanks and his weirder casinos. Austin Butler was clear runner-up for Best Actor. It's very easy to see why. He's pretty cool. I mean, the raw sexual appeal of the guy is not to be forgotten.
The revealing of her panties wasn't intentional or unintentional. She just didn't give a damn. She saw me as so physically and sexually non-threatening, she didn't mind if I got a bird's eye view of her love nest. It was the same to her as a house cat sneaking a peek.
Unfortunately, it's too long, and it had a Doja Cat song, so it's at 8. Smells like plastic. Smells like cheap fucking plastic. That is word for word what I heard a theater goer say as he exited this movie. That's as he hurled a bucket of popcorn kernels at me. Joke's on him though. I fucking love cheap plastic. To the point where I harassed all of my friends to watch this movie, in theaters now. I did have to warn them, however. The CGI is a masterclass, and the techniques those fuckers use to bring those alien honkers to life are downright satanic. But the 3.5 hours are only bearable if you watch Corridor Digital and or stuff your face with plastic popcorn. 7. That might up and throw me in that jailhouse slammer for putting this movie so far up, but it's actually pretty awesome, guys. A bunch of women in a barn talking about stuff I cannot say here, with such charismatic characters like Elliot Page if he were a girl, and the old hag with a big ass neck. This is also one of the shorter ones on the list, clocking in under 2 hours. It's really good, and I cared for all the characters. Unfortunately, women be shopping. 6. Even I want to fuck Tom Cruise, and I'm 100% straight.
Hey. I'm just a guy. Well, you're not into guys or anything. You're into girls. So you wouldn't be into me. No, of course not.
I'm gonna need that. Where'd you get that?
I think it's a privilege to call yourself a Scientologist, and it's something that you have to earn.
The action in this movie is pretty awesome. Not as much people getting blown up as All Quiet on the Western Front, but that movie didn't have Tom Cruise and him schooling rookies in a jet.
Being a Scientologist, when you drive past an accident, it's not like anyone else. As you drive past, you know you have to do something about it, because you know you're the only one that can really help.
I've heard people tell me that Miles Teller is the hottest one in this movie, but that's propaganda. I like this movie. And the only thing I'm trying to get a propaganda at is Tom Cruise without a shirt. 5.
Let's just call it quits.
We won't call it quits. We'll call it the start.
This movie has laughs aplenty in the beginning, but then these two bastards start rowing and she's downhill from there likely. I like how the Islanders talk. And I like all the characters. And I like the setting. I like most things. Too bad that donkey dies from sucking back on a big old fat finger. 4. I watched this movie. I really liked it. But I don't think about it very often. I don't remember much anymore, actually. But I'm trusting past me by saying that it deserves top 3.
It's expensive. It's H&M. Yay! Balenciaga. And H&M. Balenciaga.
Triangle of Sadness hasn't left my mind since I watched it. It's a movie I have to recommend. It may seem like my pockets are fat the way I'm writing this movie's meat, but big corporate couldn't buy me even with an infinite money bill. Some guy in a suit actually tried walking up to my house once, and I... Actual memorable characters in interesting situations, and easily in my second favorite here. Unfortunately, number 1 does more things and more things better.
Mrs. Wang.
Mrs. Wang, are you with us?
I am paying attention.
This movie made me cry like a kid with a drunk father. And this movie slaps harder than that drunk father too. The Daniels cooked up something special with this one. A movie that spans the infinite multiverse and yet feels so personal is an achievement to be proud of. The main character's actress Michelle Yeoh beat out Cate Blanchett and Tar for Best Actress, and we know how I feel about that movie. Jamie Lee Curtis beat out Angela Bassett for Best Supporting Actress. I've watched Wakanda Forever, nothing too Oscar-worthy there. But I don't think Jamie Lee Curtis deserved it either. In fact, I think another nominee should have got it. Stephanie Hsu, who plays the daughter in this movie. Oh my god. Ke Huy Quan beat that bloke from the Banshees of Inisherin for Best Supporting Actor.
My mom.
And Best Original Screenplay, Best Editing, Best Director, and yeah, I'd say it deserved Best Picture. Or, better yet, it deserved number 1 on my list.